The Canon M50 Mark II is coming out later this year. The Sony A7S III may get CFExpress cards. And DPReview did an R6 review on the Surface, but if you dig a little deep, you actually have an R5 review. All this and behind the scenes. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Simon. Welcome to The Ordinary Filmmaker. If you're new here, subscribe to get notification of new videos like this one so you don't miss out on any news. And all the links to everything I talk about in this video, including gear discussed, are placed in the description down below. After reporting it's unlikely that we'll get a new Canon camera body in 2020, Canon Rumors reports that the M50 Mark II is coming later this year. I'm happy to hear this rumor was a little bit off the mark. Sources aren't always bang on when it comes to rumors, and I guess when you shake the tree, something always falls out. The M50 Mark II will be released first in Japan at the end of the year, where this camera is very popular. But we may not, or the rest of the world, may not see this camera until early 2021. I think it's Canon's way of keeping me in business, constantly creating news every week. So thanks, Canon. Unfortunately, this rumor didn't come with any leaked specifications. Hopefully the autofocus will be better. Come on, Canon, share your love with the M50 Mark II. DPReview published this video earlier today. I highly recommend watching it after this video. I love how Chris and Jordan review camera gear. My only issue with their videos is they're just not long enough. Wouldn't you like them to add another 10 or 15 minutes? I know I would. They reviewed the R6 on the Surface, but they shot it on the R5, giving us a deeper glimpse at how well the R5 performs in different scenarios with different capabilities. The video quality is striking. IBIS looks very strong. If you zoom ahead to the 8-minute and 25-second mark, you can see how well IBIS performs while walking. Yes, it is a little jerky, but overall it's pretty good. Walk heel to toe and you're going to get that buttery smooth motion. Now outside of this clip, IBIS performance was very good and there was no noticeable shaking or glitching. We can see the power of a full frame here with Jordan doing a talking headpiece. The background is nicely blurred, but look at those colors. Very crisp and clean. He's got good skin tones. I'm a little bit afraid of how the R5 is going to make me look. I'm almost twice the age of Jordan and my skin doesn't look nearly as good. But I'm glad they shot this video on the R5. It's kind of a sort of unofficial review of the R5. Now on the Surface you can watch it and it is a review of the R6. Or you can turn down the audio and pay attention to how well the R5 performs. I'm getting a much better view of how well the R5 performs in this R6 video than in most R5 videos out there. As Chris states, this is a very early production unit. We'll have a much better idea of how well this camera performs once the full reviews are out and once we actually have a release of this camera. It's clear that the dynamic range and low light performance is improved with the R5 and the R6. We first saw that with Canon's presentation last week. But here we see it again with a pre-production model. Chris opens up against a big blue prairie sky. We can see the details on the clouds and yet we can still see that Chris is nicely exposed. Better than the EOS R and the 5D in my opinion. I'm not going to give away all of Chris and Jordan's secrets in the videos. Be sure to watch that. Be sure to watch their video and see for yourself. All in all, both look like solid cameras. But before we get the R5 and even the R6, Sony's going to drop the A7S III. According to Sony rumors, those dual card slots in the A7S III could have the same composition as the R5. One of them being a UHS 2 card slot and one being a CFExpress card slot. No further details are given. We'll know for sure when Sony unveils the A7S III on July the 28th at 10 a.m. in the morning, not July the 10th. In this episode of Behind the Scenes, I've got a couple of things I'd like to talk to you about. The first is affiliate links. I have an affiliate link set up with B&H and one with Amazon.com. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here because I don't like to feel like I'm soliciting for cash, but just to help reinforce the purpose of these links. They're here to help fund the channel. They're here to help me get more gear. I've just bought the RF 24-105. I'll be buying the R5 as soon as it's available, so that will probably happen sometime within the next week or two because I'm on a waiting list here and I don't know why I don't have to pre-order it, but through the camera stores I'm working with, all I have to do is I'm on a waiting list and as soon as it comes in, I'm one of the first to get allocated. So that's really good news. But I also want to get the A7S III. I think that the R5 and the A7S III are going to be two very, very exciting cameras this year, and I don't believe that I can give you a proper review by just renting them for a weekend or even a week. I think I really need to put them through the paces for a good month or so So I'm going to get the R5 first, put it through its paces for about a month, and then I'm hopefully going to get the A7S III, and that really depends on a couple of things. The income that I'm able to get from YouTube, which is going up month over month, so that's good news. And of course, the income that I get, which I haven't yet, from the affiliate links, so from B&H and Amazon.com. So all I'm asking is if you are looking at buying camera gear, click on those links, take a look. If the price is better than what you can get locally or from another camera store, then yeah, go ahead and purchase it through there, and I get a bit of a commission, which is really helpful. All the money goes back into the channel. Now, if you can find a better deal elsewhere, then get that better deal elsewhere. I don't want you guys paying more just to support me. And of course, at the very, very bottom of the page, I do have a Patreon link if you guys are willing to, if you want to help out, make a donation to the channel. And if you want, you can even say what it's for. But the plan is, get the R5 in a couple of weeks, and then probably in a month to 2 months, I think it's going to take a while to save for the A7S III, because I don't think it's going to be $2,000. I get a sense it's going to be $3,000 or more. And so that's, even just with the YouTube revenue, it's probably going to take a good 2 to 3 months to be able to have all that money in place. But it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing the A7S III just as much as I'm looking forward to the R5. These are two very different cameras. The A7S III, it's a video-centric camera. I mean, really focused on video. It'll have some photo capabilities, but you're not buying the A7S III for its photo capabilities. The R5 is more 50-50. It's a very, very good photo camera. It's for professionals that want to get really good shots. And the A7S III isn't going to work there, but it also does a really good job at video. But will it do as good as the A7S III? Well, from a pure specification point of view, I don't think it will. What I try to couch with every video that I do is don't be so concerned with the specifications. Be more focused on what are the results that you're trying to get, and then look to which camera best provides those results. All right, now for the last thing, comments. I love your comments. I'm impressed. I'm getting almost 500 comments in some videos now. And there goes the problem. I'm having trouble keeping up. I really am. I'm getting so many comments that I've started prioritizing. I cannot respond to everybody. So what I'm doing is I first focus on the latest video. So if a video has just come out in the last hour or so, I'm going to focus on that video till it gets about 12 to 24 hours long. Then at that point, I'll start going back and looking at some of my older comments and replying to them. And you might even get a reply a week later. And the reason being is I'm one person. I do have a day job. I've now got 30 minutes left to shoot this, put it in the computer, edit as much as I can before I have to get back to work. I also have a family. And of course, doing YouTube is a full-time job. So I do the best that I can. And I love your comments. I sometimes will just read them and I don't have a chance to comment. And you'll know that because you'll see a little a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a heart. And I rarely give thumbs down. Sometimes I want to give a thumbs down, not because it's a bad topic, but because it's a sad topic, if you know what I mean. So I'm doing my best. If I don't respond to you, I apologize. If we're having a communication and I stop responding to you, then just go ahead and give me a new comment, because it's probably so far buried down, I'm just not going to get to it. I'm literally getting so many comments now that I'm first of all humbled that there's this much interest in my channel and my videos. But I kind of saw this day coming. I figured somewhere around 10,000 subscribers, I would have trouble catching up. And I don't think it's going to get any better. But I'm also interested, if any of you are interested in being moderators too, I'm looking at people who can assist me with some of the comments coming through. I do screen for poor language, not because I'm against swearing or anything like that, but because I want to keep this channel so it's safe for all ages. While it's generally aimed for people 18 and above, get young kids in here, I'll get a camera for Christmas, might only be 8 or 9, and I don't want to see any bad language there. I also don't want to see name calling or anything that's unfriendly, and so that's the reasons why I censor my channel the way I do. So if anybody's interested in helping me out, let me know in the comments section down below. But that's it for today. That's it for today. It was appearing to be a slow news day, but we've got a nice sort of hodgepodge of information. One last thing, don't forget to subscribe for your chance to win this Canon 50mm f1.8 lens. The draw is, I think, not next week, the week after, on July the 31st. Thanks for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. We'll see you again soon.